Just check.
Yeah, thank you for flagging that as well. I forgot. So we did forget this is recorded. Fantastic. Do you want to go ahead and pull up meeting minutes and we can kick this bad boy off.
Are you able to share your screen, Daniel?
Oh, sure.
I think Mika
Nice.
might need to give him hosting privileges.
Yeah, I think Mika might have to.
Hello there, Eric.
Yeah, to open the laptop.
Who am I giving privilege?
Daniel,
Daniel, please.
for the minutes.
Okay. Daniel, you should have it.
I've also placed the minutes in the chat as well so that we can so that you can follow along.
All right, so it's time to now call the meeting to order.
Are you doing that?
I am doing that. Go ahead.
I second.
Daniel, will you please do the roll call?
All right. Kirsten,
Here.
I'm here. Nina,
Here.
Ashraf, Kevin,
Here.
John,
Oh, here.
Jessica, Nika,
Here.
and Bill.
Okay, so the next motion is going to be the approval of minutes. You've all had a chance to read the minutes. Are there any edits or changes to minutes from last meeting?
And I'll be posting that in the chat, so that link is there. I'll also add it to the document, so you can link there too.
If there are no edits, I move to accept the minutes from the previous meeting. Do you have a second?
Seconded?
All in favor?
Aye.
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 All
Aye.
opposed? Okay, moving on to the next agenda item, please.
Open issues.
I guess we should start with 501c3 status has been officially submitted. We got all of the paperwork in, and it is now with the company who's been working with us for a year to get all of that paperwork done, correct? So, yay. Hopefully we'll hear something soon. Next item I have is the budget for GovCon, and I'm going to turn this over now to Nika to talk about the venue that we believe will work for us. Nika?
So last weekend I went and checked out our venue or potential venue for Drupal GovCon. It is on the campus of University of Maryland. Is it the Riggs Alumni Center?
Yes.
And it contains a large ballroom that can be split into 3 rooms. It has and then it has additional 4 rooms where one is kind of awkwardly shaped, but it could be used for either serving lunch or potentially holding boss. And the hallways outside, it's a beautiful building, glass walls so you can see inside of the center, and it has a nice space on top of its circular entrance where you can we should actually use that spot. So it'll be interesting to see how we can leverage that top area outside. So yeah, that's it. So
Can we see the budget by any chance, Nika?
I have not. I need to, can you share I know you shared the link with me before.
Kirsten, what's the document? Because I have budget GovCon 2024, but it looks like it's old.
I just shared the document with you. It should be in your email, Nina and Nika.
Okay.
What's in the Google Doc?
Let me look now.
It'll be in the Drupal GovCon budget folder.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to my email.
So give us just a moment.
Let me see budget.
And everyone should have access to it, so you can go ahead and pull it up yourself. Keep in mind, this is an estimate. And I estimated high.
If somebody gets to, can you share it in the chat?
Give me 1 second. Yes. Here is the budget so that everyone is aware. So it's GovCon. And excuse my crap spelling there. And I will also add it to the document as well. So Nika, could you walk us through how much you're asking that we support in terms of the cost? If I'm correct, and do correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, we have about 37,000 in the bank.
We're currently at 33,000.
Okay.
So the cost for the contract would be $13,000 today. The total venue cost is about 26,000. Unless we can get a sponsor from the university. If we are able to find a sponsor from the university, the cost will drop about $8,000.
So what you're asking for right now is $13,000 for
Yes.
the venue. What are our profit margins for the event? Because I am concerned. I'm concerned about us being able to get sponsors. So how much are we actually going to be pulling in from this event? Do we know?
Can we open the document and we can talk about it?
Daniel, would you mind sharing the GovCon? I'm seeing the board meeting minutes, but I'm not seeing the GovCon budget.
We've spent 24K on food.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Just lunches, not even snacks or just lunches.
Okay. Okay.
It's yeah, close to $10,000 a day.
I mean, the easy things to drop from the budget are going to be t-shirts, photographer. Thank you, happy hour.
So let me also pull up the sponsorship master sheet so that we have that and you all can compare with what we're estimating bringing in. For the event for 2024, and I'll also add it to the chat. Daniel, I'm still seeing, would you like me to present? Would that be a little bit easier and I can walk everyone through it, or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh. Nika, could you give me hosting privileges?
Sure.
Thank you. Awesome, thank you. Okay. Sharing my second screen. Okay. Okay. So if we're looking at the budget for GovCon 2024, right now, and I want to make sure this is the correct budget.
That is not 2024.
Sorry.
That is your sponsorship.
Nope, there we go.
There we go.
Okay. So walk us through this, Kirsten. There we go. So we got 25 is the venue. I know you said that if we were able to get a person to one of the departments to sponsor, it would knock off 8,000. So that would bring the total down to what, like 17,000 altogether?
No,
I can't do math.
yes, I know, 19.
Oh, was that? Okay.
Yeah.
19. Oof. All right.
So that subtotal there would go down by about $8,000.
Okay, so this up, okay, got it.
Mhm.
So we're anticipating 24,000 in food. Ooh, is this based off of last year's?
It's based off of 700 people.
Oh, it's based off of 700
Mhm.
people. Okay. What is what is each lunch equivalent? And this is over 3 days, right? It's okay.
I estimated, no idea.
Okay, so just
Mhm.
okay. Beverages at 3,000, opening reception at 4,500. Does at 700 people, 4,500. Okay.
If we do it at the event, we don't have to like book another facility and we can save a little bit of money. So yes, that would be ideal.
Okay. And then planner's dinner. Wow, 2,000. Are we going to Momofuku? Oh,
We have a very large team.
do we actually?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
So I have a question. The opening reception is what? What is that?
So how about we talk about the full total cost first, and not the individual items.
Okay.
So based on these estimates, it's 101 to do everything that we would normally do.
Okay.
That's all of the receptions, a photographer, t-shirts, everything we want to give away, all of the print materials. It's going to cost us 101.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously we're going to have to go through here and take things away,
Okay.
and we'll have to prioritize what those items are.
Mm.
But one of the things is travel expenses for our team. If you go to travel estimates, go to travel estimates
At
at the bottom,
Okay, sorry.
bottom of the screen.
Bottom of the screen.
There you
Travel.
go.
Would you like to?
Yeah, that might be
Yep.
easier.
Ah.
So I've broken out everything based on all the folks who are going to need travel expenses paid for. And these are, again, all estimates. We have no idea how much it's actually going to cost. I'm assuming these are fairly accurate numbers. The current hotel is estimated at the cost of the current government rate, but we can also negotiate for less. Additionally, Mike and Kevin prefer to have rooms to themselves, so we pay half of their cost. Other thing to mention is we could also just not do scholarships this year. Much to my chagrin, I'm hoping we don't do that. But I mean, the cost for doing the scholarships is almost $5,000.
But the thing that's costing the most is lunch. That's a
Oh,
third. That's
absolutely. I mean,
of our budget.
honestly, the venue. Oh, I didn't include the link to that. I will go through this when I actually have a chance to talk to the University of Maryland about all of those options, but this is basically what we're looking to do. And this doesn't even put in really any estimated unusual things that happen. So also keep that in mind. I tried to pad some of the sections where I didn't know exactly what was going on, but I padded it very little. I mean, we've got like $50 here and 150 there, that kind of thing.
Anyone have any questions for Kirsten or Nika on the proposed budget for GovCon?
So I have a question. So the opening reception is the happy hour. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Used to be a Brickyard. Yeah.
Got it.
Brookside, yep.
We didn't do it last year, did we?
We did not.
Aquia did it,
Aquia had one,
which
which included folks who were not actually sponsors of our event.
yes. So this year if we were going to have one, we would prefer to have, the opening reception done through Drupal4Gov.
What I'm envisioning if we do the opening reception is all of the sponsors who have exhibit booths will still be able to stay there. We would use the Maryland Club room at the Rig Center, have a bartender and some snacks, and allow people to wander around at the event, chill out, get to talk to each other, and talk to the vendors who are there, who have booth space, sort of like how they do it at DrupalCon, where they have the reception at night. And we would provide the exhibitors with the tickets, and people would need to talk to them to get a ticket for a drink or for snacks or whatever. So I think it could be a really good spot for the vendors. But that's just what I'm thinking, and that's what I was planning for. If we don't do it this way, then we can budget again. Here's what we're looking at. The event for 700 people is likely going to cost about $100,000.
I'm gonna switch out with you, Kirsten, and walk them through.
Yeah.
I'm going to hand back to Nina so she can walk you through the next things.
Okay. Well, I had a question about the venue.
Okay.
There's more, I mean, they're just showing a few meeting rooms, or normally we have like 10. Are there enough meeting rooms?
So the way we're figuring it is we have the 3 ballrooms, we have the library, and the Maryland Club room. I think there's 7 rooms total. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
2 of the rooms are all the way down at the end of the hall. We'll just use those for training. Everything else is going to be a session. We will do in the middle, 3 rooms. We'll pick one of those to do the keynote from, and then just stream for overflow into one of the other rooms. We did get one other location that responded to us. And it is more than twice the cost of the Rig Center. Okay, now I'm going to turn it. Oh, wait a minute. Any more questions before I turn it over to Nina?
So is that 4 rooms, 4 sessions ongoing? Because you're gonna pull 2 for training? Or is
Yes.
it 5 because you're gonna use the like breakout not great room for training too, or is that's not gonna be included, right?
Oh no, we get that room as well. We haven't decided what we're going to do with that room. You could technically actually do a session in there. It's just a
It's not-
weird setup. It's
Yeah.
it's not great. So it would be
Okay.
4 sessions. The Maryland Club room would probably be good space for speakers and sponsors to commingle, maybe do a cold brew lounge in there.
Mhm.
And then the 2 trainings all the way down at the end of the hall. We could go with less training, although I think the training is really the big driver. People like to come for that too.
Did you do 3 days of training last year or 2 days?
Yeah, we do training each day. Last year we
Okay.
did 3 trainings. We had 3 rooms to do trainings from.
All right, and it sells out usually?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's good revenue driver for us.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
no.
we don't actually make it.
You don't charge
make
for it?
any
Okay.
money off of anything. Yeah. Just
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I can walk you through what we're anticipating in sponsorship sales. So the next one, because I want to make sure everyone has as informed a decision as possible, is going to be our sponsorship. This is going to become available to our sponsors when we do the prospectus. So none of these numbers are going to be hidden as they are now. You guys should have this in the sponsorship 2024, but altogether, I'm not going to go through the itemized list. I'm anticipating bringing in $142,800. So this would cover the event and leave a very small cushion of 42,000.
That's better than last
That
year.
would yeah, that'd cover our operating costs. We did not make money last year.
We did not. We lost, and it would cover our operating costs. However, I also have a nonprofit budget that I'm going to talk about in just a moment, and we would be in a shortfall if we approved that nonprofit budget. And if we only are able to bring in money to the nonprofit through GovCon. So
How many, is this based on the number of sponsors you had last year, or we're aiming for additional?
we have increased an entire tier. So we used to have 3 main tiers being core, contributor, and supporter. We are now adding a maintainer. And then I also did it based on the booth spaces. So core, maintainer, and contributor will have booth spaces as part of their sponsorship. We only have 23 available spaces for booths within the rigs, which is a lot less than what we had before, which was 30
Natcher.
at Nat, sorry, thank you. At Natcher, which were 33 booth spaces, and the booths are a pool for a lot of sponsors. And even some of our trainers also like to buy booths, and I have calculated at least 2, I think 3 trainers purchasing booths as well. Does that answer did I answer your question?
Yeah, I mean, just how does it compare to last year? Did you sell out on boosts? Did you have any open? Was there 23 or
I got
that
you.
bought sponsorships last year? Just to make sure, like, are we hedging bets that we can get enough companies to sign up, or we think there's going to be more demand than space?
So last year we had a reduction in booth spaces. We started, I believe, and I don't have Chris on it, so Nika, if I'm wrong with these numbers, let me know. We started with, I believe, 21 booth spaces at the start. We were able to add additional spaces over at the, I want to say Marriott, and that was altogether, I think, 6 more spaces against the
6 in Hilton, yeah.
Hilton. That's what it was. 6 in Hilton. So we had
15.
Thank you. I was way off. We had 15 booth spaces. So this is actually more booth spaces than last year, but less than, our previous GovCon before that. I am anticipating we will be able to sell 23 spaces. I'm anticipating we will sell out. We sold out weeks before the event, and I had to create custom sponsorships leading up to the event for at least 3 additional sponsors. So we do sell out. We also didn't do the calculations last year that I think we probably could have done in order to not be in the strengths that we are now, but we were also coming back. So it's twice the amount of people from last year, or at least pretty close to it. I do anticipate we're going to be able to sell out. I am doing a little bit more, but I am hedging a bet as well, as much as I can. So I built in a little bit of risk into this, in the tiers that we have and some of the additional add-ons that we have as well.
Got it. And what does the supporter level get you if it's not a booth?
So glad you asked. I've listed the benefits in the tab benefits by level. So you can kind of see how I'm estimating the cost of these and how I'm getting the numbers I'm getting to. And then in addition, I'm hoping to add 3 sort of special sponsor tiers called Energizer, Community, and Growth. I'm still working on that number. Those would be kind of separate because we do have the tent. That is one of the benefits of being able to have that, and that's more branding. So in terms of what the supporter gets, I've kind of listed those out here, and you can kind of go through. It's a lot of branding, a fair amount of the event exclusives, meaning the contribution credits, the thank you reception, reserve tickets. We're also considering, and I'm still workshopping this, so grain of salt, it might not be on the final prospectus that goes out, a GovTech Leadership Experience dinner with director level and above government employees, and then business owners who sign up with a fun ticket they will need to pay for. or be offered within their sponsorship level, to be able to put them in the same room with high-ranking government officials. And I'm currently trying to get some data to see if this would be something that people would be interested in, since I didn't have GovTech leadership this year.
Cool.
Any other questions I can answer? I'm going to try and give you as much information as possible to make an informed decision. Nope. Okay.
Okay, so then what we're gonna need to do is to vote on whether or not we want to go with the Riggs Center. So I move, I motion that we accept the Riggs Center proposal and sign the contract.
I second.
Any more discussion?
All in favor?
All in favor? Aye.
I
I,
All opposed?
Nay. I didn't realize it was going to be 100,000 though.
We have a sheet. What-
Okay, but just because I nay.
So one
We're-
no, and the rest of us are yes.
we're not approving the budget, right? We're just approving the venue.
We're just
Just
approving the
approving the
venue.
Cool.
And do
Okay,
we have a
so
date?
We
yes,
do have dates.
August 13th to the
To
15th.
the 6th.
Yeah, can you share
Okay.
the PDFs from Canva?
Yep, at Riggs Alumni Center. So the next,
And I will also forward those contracts to you later today, because you and I both will need to sign them.
Okay.
Yay!
motion
It's official,
passed.
having GovCon.
Been a long time.
Nice.
It was a lot of work to find the place.
Forward.
All involved parties.
Yes, but thank you for finding a place that isn't just a hotel.
Oh, we worked hard at this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Talked to a lot of people.
I'm
By
gonna.
we, I mean like several of us.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
yeah, just the amount. I'm gonna keep the screen for just another moment, Daniel, and go over the nonprofit budget, which I believe I also posted. If not, let me do that now. Again, I don't think there's anything on here that can't be shared. So here's the nonprofit budget. Basically, we have just a few areas that we end up needing to fund, which is our educational programming that includes GovTech Leadership Exchange, Gov Summit, Drupal GovCon, Drupal4Gov Days, and then webinars. Webinars are not a cost that's kind of built into our administrative costs there. So those are really the programs that we need money for. In terms of our outreach, we do a little bit of outreach. We have historically done an ambassador program where we send members within our organization to different camps in order to promote Drupal4Gov and attending, but also to be able to give them training as well. So we have not done that recently. We would like to revitalize this as it was one of the benefits of volunteering, being a part of Drupal4Gov. We have had a scholarship fund. We've never had a scholarship fund for the nonprofit. We only have a scholarship fund for attending GovCon. I did put the line item here without assigning any amount to it, but I think if we are an education organization, we should also consider funding other avenues of education that aren't just attending our conference. So I would like us to think about that, but not necessarily have any like money going to it, at least in 2024. We have historically sponsored camps. In fact, we were the first camp within North America to sponsor other camps. We have not since done this because, again, funding issues. So that is kind of where our outreach goes.
COVID kind of stopped that.
Yes, COVID ruined that. And then our last one is our administrative costs, things like MailChimp and Google Suite and, Zoom and so on and so forth. All together with those three different areas, it comes out to $157,000 and some change to be able to operate. A lot of that is coming from our interns, our organizers retreat, and then of course GovCon is gonna cost $100,000 this year. What I have not built in that I would like us to consider is the cost of having me and Nora and Eric and the other members who are in the nonprofit, which is a year-long commitment. It is not something that we can kind of pick up. It is something that is ongoing. We do this out of the kindness of our hearts, but I would hope in the future that we are able to offer a stipend to director level positions. Have not built that out yet. I would like to think about it, but this is my proposal of what I'm going to need to be able to fund the entire organization. So, questions?
I think this is something that we should take a look at and then
Well,
the next meeting adopt or adjust.
fair enough.
So,
So I motion to take a look at it for the course of.
so basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna table this motion to bring it back up at the next meeting.
Oh.
And what I'm hoping that all of you will do is actually review the budget, make any comments you need. We all know how to make a comment in a Google sheet. So please take a look at the budget. I am motioning now to table this budget until next time, next meeting in May. All in favor of tabling the budget, please say aye.
Aye.
Right.
All
Aye.
opposed? Motion passes.
Okay.
I think I'd like to see, before we can approve the budget, I'd like to see what other revenue streams we have planned. Besides DrupalCon,
Mhm,
or sorry, GovCon.
mhm.
Or how we plan to make up the deficit. Otherwise, there's no way you can approve a failing budget, right? So, and if we haven't thought about other revenue streams and different ways that we can drive revenue for the organization outside of the conference, maybe that's a session that needs to happen in the meantime before we take this up. So not sure how you guys want to go about that, but I think it's a key piece of information we'll need before we can approve this.
I'll meet with my nonprofit team. So Eric, Nora, and who I'm hoping to bring in a director of programming within the next few weeks. Hopefully I can announce that soon. Though I'm not going to say it because it's being recorded. But yes, we will get together. And John, I might also spend some time with you outside of that to additional questions you might have that I can work on.
Could we
and so-
actually do a in-person and not retreat for the board? I'm going to suggest somewhere in Maryland, since I think we all live in Maryland, except for Kevin. I'm gonna
I
say,
can confirm, I don't live in Maryland.
if possible, either Daniel or Nika host. I'm only saying that because you two are the closest to me, so.
I know that Daniel posted it, but has everyone filled out the doodle?
Yeah,
the-
well, the doodle is out.
So we need to fill that out. That way Daniel can actually
So I
like,
got three responses.
Okay, so I will take a look at the doodle and add a response as well.
perfect. All right, Daniel, I return the mantle of sharing your screen to you.
Okay,
Next
I pull up the
Item on the
minutes.
agenda is DrupalCon, which Kevin will be staffing the booth. And we will have a prize of accommodations at a Disney vacation resort.
which we have run by a lawyer. John, to your point. A lawyer friend. A friend who is a lawyer. So I mean, close enough. Close enough. And I'm putting the collateral in there so that you have that as well.
to just share the folder that it's in.
No, that has a
On
bunch of,
Drive.
no, that's just, oh, I didn't put it in Drive.
I did.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't find that right now, so I'm not gonna do that because I just can't find it. Are we motioning anything or is just let us?
Oh, you can all see what the collateral is for DrupalCon. This
So,
also includes the dates that we are expecting to use for DrupalCon. And it would be great if you could take a look at it and see if the dates are accurate. Are we missing anything? Do we need to include any additional dates or remove anything?
did we approve the amount of money we're gonna be spending to get to DrupalCon?
I don't even remember.
Because like a phone board is gonna cost money and palm cards are still gonna cost money,
This is true.
I guess. Kirsten or Kevin, do you have a budget? Or are you requesting any
Will be
money
part of
for DrupalCon?
The Drupal4Gov budget.
Mhm.
Part of the nonprofit budget?
Yeah. DrupalCon would be part of the nonprofit budget. Did you put a buy line item in?
I did not. I for sure did not.
Mm.
It's part of outreach, isn't it? Yep, I can see it right there. Answer my own question. Nina is requesting from Nina's requesting $1,800 from the board for DrupalCon. Kevin, I believe you have your flight comped and your hotel
Yep. Right.
No, it's part
No,
of,
nope, it's not.
Not comped. I don't
Are
know.
we
We're
comping?
paying
We're
for it.
paying for it. We're paying for it.
Yeah, yeah.
like, we are getting the government rate on his room because he still has his ID.
Okay, so
Question, Matt.
doing this on the fly. Okay, so your flight probably gonna be like 500, hotel for the week probably like,
He can tell you exactly how much it is.
okay, Kevin, how
Mhm.
much do you need to like travel?
Um,
Like roughly.
it was about $700 to fly from St. Louis to Portland. There's no longer any direct flights. And yeah, so it was about 700 and let's say 750.
How much is the hotel?
152 per night.
Okay. So that's what, like $1,200, something like that?
Hmm.
Okay, so then training is definitely gonna cost around 400 to 600, depending on where we get it from. Though we are getting the roll-up banners for free. Palm cards are gonna
Yes.
run at least 200. The
Yeah,
phone,
roll up.
I can try
The phone board has to be relatively small because it's got to go on the table. So we are thinking about 16 inches. Is that right?
Oh, that's just,
16 by 20. Yeah.
I was going to get that printed. Can we just do it on a hard cardstock?
Well, it has to be thick enough. So we'll have to actually mount it onto cardstock then.
Okay,
Right.
1,800 sounds reasonable. I'm gonna go with
Most of it is
1,800.
actually costs.
Yeah, and if I will eat that somewhere else in my budget, if I have to.
Nina, can I throw out a brainstorming idea?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Is Kevin rooming with anybody?
Oh, he doesn't like doing that.
I take it we
I know
have.
he doesn't like that, but
It's
we chip in
it's
for half
fine.
or something, we can work out an arrangement and
We can
then
add Wasim.
add Wasim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can.
It doesn't cut costs at all, but
I mean, the cost still costs the same, but
yeah.
could we, I don't know, since we have some intern money, could we shift a small portion of that to do something with the room?
So yes, Wasim will room with Kevin. Thank you, Kevin,
Yep.
for that, and Eric for suggesting it as well.
Okay.
uh,
Thank you so much. I've been asking everybody under the sun.
Yep.
budget.
It's been like a trickle tree. We should probably post that we have found accommodations for Wasim so other people can. I didn't go into the personal favor pocket yet, but I was getting close.
Okay, so can I make a motion based on that whole conversation? I make a motion to approve a budget of $1,800 to use at DrupalCon.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I,
Aye.
Okay, yay, motion passes.
Any opposed?
Oh, shit. Mhm. No, hey.
Question, is Kevin's room at the Hyatt?
We're at the Crown Plaza.
Crown Plaza, okay.
It had the government rate, so.
Yeah. Now, the other thing,
I don't know.
I'm not gonna get in till like after midnight on
Sunday?
that Sunday, the 5th. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll hit you up after the bars.
Yeah, yeah.
Or we just add Wasim's name to it so he can get entered before Kevin arrives.
If we can do that, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so Eric, we have some announcements from, I don't know why I put this there, from the nonprofit. Can you talk to internships for us, please?
Oh, so we've rescinded the internship for Haroon's. There's just no way he's gonna be able to make up the hours. Plus there was a severe lack of communication. So unfortunately that has ended. And then we've been doing some interviewing for internships with the program Nina had found. And we did find one potential PM intern. They're high school students, but this one seemed very proactive. Nora did an excellent job interviewing. Her and I both sat in on that and interviewed the candidates. I think we had 6 that signed up and 3 were no-shows. And then we had 3 we interviewed. One was not in a good work environment and didn't have their own computer and was looking more toward like an in-person interview. And then the other one, they didn't quite have the skill set for the web team. They seem to have more skills in graphics. But again, they're 15, 16, 17. So we did ask, we did mention that we'd be interested in the one.
But the great thing about that is that we are not paying out of pocket for those interns.
Yeah, they get paid, but by the other organization, which is really nice.
And also, the design focused intern brought up the idea of having possible interns in the future on the design side. We just had concerns around us not having a design lead yet. So there's some other things to do with that. The only thing last maybe to mention is they're no longer doing facilitated interview sessions with OnRamp at this point in the year, but we are hoping to get a list of additional candidates that we can schedule independent interviews with and secure, what the time frame is that we would have at least the one particular individual that we selected.
Okay. So the only other thing is we've extended the end of the internship for the spring until July 12th, I believe. Louisa actually requested that for the exact same stipend amount, and I said, yes, please. So she will be staying on until July 12th. And that is what's gonna happen there. Yeah. So I think that's everything with interns. We're currently planning, if we are able to bring in the budget, interns for the fall. I am renegotiating right now, and I'll work with Eric and Nora to figure out pricing. None of our interns have gotten to 5,000. And I think that my estimation might be a bit high. So for our stipend, we're gonna take a look at historically what our interns have actually worked, cross compare that, and then give a more realistic budget for that stipend moving forward. So that's the plan there. Also, Nora has joined the team.
Hi, Nora.
Hello. Sorry, I stepped in there before introducing myself, but thank you.
So she is stepped on as our intern coordinator, which is fantastic. So she's taking on the heavy mantle of like finding interns, onboarding interns, doing all the things with interns. So yay. So Kevin, I won't be sending you those fun budgets any longer. Like those fun invoices.
Yay.
That'll be Nora. So we're gonna have to talk about that and have that done. But my last will hopefully be this month.
Mhm.
So thrilled to refocus on other things. Nora, Eric, anything before we move on to board member recruitment?
The only maybe thing to mention there too is, and we'll talk about this with budget later, is that there may be an increase in utilization with me coming on just to have additional focus into like getting assignments over to interns. I thought I might mention that here.
I appreciate that. So it's back to being a part of the nonprofit is a year-long commitment, bit more than being a volunteer for GovCon. And I would like to build something into the budget as a stipend for people who come on and serve in roles that are really required to keep us going. So excellent to bring that up. I will add that and make sure, because I didn't send it out to you, Nora or Eric, before I had this, because I didn't have time. But we'll make sure that the last budget you see for the nonprofit is the one that you will be viewing. I know we only have like 10 minutes left. Eric, if you want to board member recruitment.
Okay. So Louisa's written up some stuff. Well, she has a whole project plan here, and we only briefly talked about it. Let me see here. Volunteer recruitment, application review. So I believe, Nina, you created a online form for board member recruitment, correct?
Yep, that's all set.
And then I don't have the big picture of this. I believe we're planning to post some stuff on social media, LinkedIn, looking for board members to apply. And some thoughts I had was at DrupalCon in the booth, we can have some word of mouth and some face to face with people there as well.
That'd be great.
I think we already have the descriptions written up for those, which is good.
So
What's the big picture vision for how big you guys are trying to make the board and how many people you're recruiting and
Let me see if I can
whatnot?
pull up the numbers really quick.
Cool.
I know we have one immediate position, and then we just have board members at large is how we've defined it. Let me see here.
And let me send you the org chart as well, John, so you can see our org chart. That might be a little bit easier.
Mhm.
I'd love to add
Awesome.
the topic for a retreat.
Yep. So here's our org chart. People who are semi-transparent are in the process of leaving, either immediately or over the course of a year. Yeah. Yep. Altogether, and Eric, I can just give you the numbers since
We have 5 available for at large. Do you want me to name the positions we have available?
Oh yeah, actually, could you like that are becoming available or are currently available?
Yeah.
Yep.
So a vice president, a treasurer, and then we have 5 at-large board members. That's listed. And we have let me see, is this just for so board members, we're doing a 2-year term commitment, not 1 year, like the directors.
Mhm.
Yeah, we do have all the descriptions.
Yep.
Let me see, at large. I don't think there's anything specific for the at large, just
There is not, but I will also link to the Drupal4Gov team official titles and roles. I'm going to put that in the document. I'm also putting that in the chat.
yeah, that's what we have right now.
So I don't think I shared this with you, John, as you became a new board member just a few months ago. But it's just our general understanding of what the board members do. We are building out one nonprofit, but this is basically the qualifications as well as the requirements of the position. And then I will send out to everyone the board member form. As well as, because we're going to be bringing in new board members, they do have to be interviewed, and they need to be interviewed by board members. So we will create some sort of calendar, or, whatever have you, that you can sign up to, and to interview potential board members to see if they'd be a right fit for our board and would align with our vision and mission. Actually, mission, we forgot. You forgot to announce that we had a new mission that was curated by John and Mel.
I haven't yet, no.
Well, we got 5 minutes left, so.
We have a.
Okay, but yes, I'll add all of those notes on recruitment updates.
Yeah.
Anything else, Eric, before we move on?
Well, one question I did have for you is, did you want me to create like a website page of like board member positions and just general positions?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
If you want to work with Nika and the web team,
Yes.
Candace is our lead there, so that'd be awesome.
Okay.
Just gonna put that as a saver right there. The only other thing is, aside from new members, Virginia has agreed to be our design lead for Drupal4Gov and Drupal GovCon. So
Yay.
yeah,
Virginia back.
it's
Very
not
exciting.
me. I'm so thrilled. So she'll be doing that. I'm also going to try and see if she can help us for GovCon 2025. We were in the process of making a evergreen material for GovCon. We had historically done a theme every single year. That got to be a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of effort. So we are going to move to having evergreen content that we can use throughout, using our branded colors. She has kind of dedicatedly figured out our branding. And so I'm going to be working with her to make sure that we are just being more consistent with our styling across the org, and making sure that it's in line with our website as well. Those are all my nonprofit updates. Yeah. We have like a few more minutes, Kirsten. Any other things?
Any new business from anyone on the board?
A quick question on the design lead. I didn't know we had a new design lead. Do we know if she's looking for intern help? Because we do have that one guy that we might be a good.
She would probably love that, but I don't want, at this point, I don't know enough about the candidate or what her bandwidth is to be in a position to sort of like coach and mentor him. So I'm not sure. Let me check with Virginia.
I mean, I can do that. If that
Yeah,
makes sense.
perfect. If you want to reach out to her, yeah, she just got added to Drupal4Gov Slack, so you can just pop her message over to.
Will do.
All right, 2 minutes left. anyone else got things to bring up?
At least 5 of us are also going to be at DrupalCon, so it's really great if you
We can have a board meeting, yay.
sit down and have a quick combo. I know
Yeah,
Phil and Nina are not going to be there, but I think the rest of us are.
let's see.
All right, Kirsten, join me.
And then what, I just checked my flight schedule and readjusted. I'm gonna be getting in the afternoon, so that shouldn't be any problem getting Waseed into the room.
All right, well then, anybody else have anything else to add? Any old business or new business? Okay, on that note, I move to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, thank you, everyone.